This is April Disco Goddess. Anyone that takes pharmaceutical, drugs, medicine, pills in America, you're not going to be shocked and amazed. But I have some news for you. Take a seat and listen. I mean, listen closely.
If you take any kind of medication on a regular basis, you're going to want to hear this. A special NBC News investigation is raising serious questions about how the U.S. regulates the safety of our drug supply. It comes after a string of recalls affecting popular generic blood pressure pills.
Damn.
NBC's Stephanie Goss spoke with a former FDA inspector who's coming forward now, Steph, for the first time to talk about what he saw in overseas factories. So put this into context for us.
Overseas factories.
Sure, Holly. Well, this investigation does a couple of things. The first, which many people will find surprising, is how many of the ingredients that are used to make our drugs come from factories overseas. The second thing that this shines a light on is how the FDA inspects those ingredients and guarantees their safety. Now, with those recalls, these are blood pressure medications. They're taken by millions of Americans.
Damn.
And they keep coming. The most recent, just last week, the reason for that, they are contaminated with a probable carcinogen. The former FDA inspector we spoke to saw alarming conditions at overseas factories, and he has even broader concerns about our entire drug supply.
Causing cancer?
Some of the most popular generic blood pressure medications on the market, recalled over and over, 45 times in less than a year.
Hell no.
Certain batches of valsartan, losartan, and irbesartan.
I was really shocked.
Last summer, Denise Schreck got a chilling letter from her pharmacy.
The impurity has been classified as a probable human carcinogen.
What?
Her blood pressure medicine, the one she takes daily, was tainted with a chemical linked to cancer.
Oh my God.
Formerly used in the production of rocket fuel.
What?
Rocket fuel.
In my medicine.
She started looking into it and realized something most Americans may not know.
Some crazy ass shit.
85% of the factories making raw ingredients for U.S. drugs are outside the country. Many in India and China, where production costs are lower.
Growing up, we had the saying, you get what you pay for.
Masood Motammed spent 3 years as an FDA investigator inspecting pharmaceutical facilities overseas.
You're essentially the cop of the pharmaceutical world.
He's now speaking out for the first time.
As we continue to push the price down, companies are forced to find creative ways to make money.
Which means what?
Not adhering to our laws and regulations.
More than a year before the recalls, Motammed flagged problems at the same factory in China that made Denise Schreck's medication. You wrote in your audit that facilities and equipment are not maintained, anomalies in testing are not investigated. You found gaskets that were fraying, white particulates and residue on the equipment. All of that in a place that's making drugs intended for the U.S.
Correct.
What was your recommendation?
Official action, meaning FDA takes intervention.
And then what did the FDA do?
It was determined that official action was not required.
What?
You were overruled.
Correct.
The FDA didn't do
Wasn't
shit.
just that plant. Take a look at his inspection report from this facility in India, also making drug ingredients that became part of the recall.
We were quite shocked to see that they were staying up all night shredding extensive amounts of documents right before our audit.
They were up all night shredding documents?
Correct. It means it's a systemic issue.
Motammed says there are too few qualified FDA inspectors and too few inspections. It wasn't until a pharmaceutical company detected a probable carcinogen in one of its ingredients that the FDA began asking for recalls.
This is tragic, and it's deeply concerning that people were exposed to this. It shouldn't have happened.
Scott Gottlieb was FDA commissioner when the recalls began and says it is unlikely the contamination would have been found on a routine inspection.
If you didn't know to look for this, this would have been very hard to detect.
In a statement, the FDA says it is investigating the root causes of the contamination.
Y'all don't care.
And that the overall cancer risk to individual patients is small.
Y'all paid off.
Little comfort for Denise Schreck.
I have a 13-year-old son who's worried about his mom. He shouldn't have to worry about a probable carcinogen in your medication.
Motammed, who left the FDA in 2017, warns the problem is much bigger than just blood pressure pills.
After seeing this recall, I wonder to myself, what about all the other drugs that you haven't tested?
And not just these plants.
Correct. This is, from my perspective, this is only the tip of the iceberg.
Shit.
The Generic Drug Makers Association told us their drugs are safe regardless of where they are made, and they're working closely with the FDA. And the drug company in China also says it's working with regulators. As for that company in India that Mohammed says shredded documents, they did not respond to our questions, Hallie.
Of course
Stephanie
not.
Goss.
And my thing is this, the bottom line is try not to take any medicine, any. Eat better, improve your health, go to some natural remedies. American medicine, they're doing more harm than good. My opinion. April Disco Goddess, One Love, One House TV. Improve your eating habits. Drink alkaline water. Drink spring water. Get to know natural remedies. It's crazy out here.